How the U.S. is destroying your future.
This is destroying your future. You see, when you're born, you automatically sign a social contract, an agreement to submit to the government. Everybody does this for generations. You give up some of your natural freedoms in exchange for the benefits of living under the rule of your nation's government.
Oh, yeah,
You pay tax, obey the law, and work for the greater good in exchange for money, public services, infrastructure, police, and stability. In America, you specifically sign this contract in exchange for the pursuit of happiness and prosperity. For generations before,
the American dream.
This contract was one of the best in history. Americans prospered. Its people became the richest in the world, with the most freedoms you could ever ask for. It was the most free, richest, and most inspiring country in the world. The American dream was the mantra that made the entire world envious of America, because anybody, regardless of age, class, or race, could make it. Anybody could make it to buy a huge house, have a beautiful lawn, raise a happy family, with loving neighbors, community, ultimately allowing you to find true happiness. But today, it's becoming a whole other picture. You see, for the first time in American history, you're probably making less money than your parents did. Younger generations are far less happy than their parents and grandparents. On average, all studies show that Americans today are deeply unhappy. And yet for older generations, they're some of the happiest in the world. You're probably also far less adjusted than any of your family's previous generations.
No, home ownership rates, lagging on. Years into adulthood, baby boom. What's baby boomer? Wait. 14 millennials. Okay. Oh, 82. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, so my grandma's even before this then. Baby boomer. My grandma's before this. Gen X, 98? That's like millennial, right? And then 14 millennials. So this is like Gen Z-ish, right? How the fuck am I reading? How do I read this?
And it's not hard to notice. Protests are everywhere. Universities are being desecrated, American flags being ripped down, patriotism is falling to an all-time low. The country...
Okay, that's because it's like, for some reason, if you rep America and you're like pro-USA, you're racist. I don't know where that started. Like, where that... Like, dude, you go to another country and they're repping their country hard, bruh. Americans do not rep America the way that other countries rep their country. And it's kind of crazy, bruh. Like, we're so divided, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. We're divided as hell, bruh. It's weird, bro. Like, you meet somebody from France, they're repping France. Everything. Everything's France. They like the France football teams. They like this, that, they're... Like, yeah, we kind of have that with our own states, kind of. But then, even then, like, I'm in North Carolina, and I root hard for the Golden State Warriors. You know what I'm saying? I am a depressed Warriors fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're not going to talk too much on that subject right now, but, you know, like, I don't really like the North Carolina teams that much. College is alright, but I also don't watch too much college to begin with.
More divided, extremism rising. People everywhere are rejecting the social contract with America, as younger generations don't own anything, perpetually living off of subscriptions to food, housing, entertainment,
running your entire life is
gyms,
crazy.
Cars, credit card debts. Nothing.
But it's not that bad. Running your entire life is crazy if you don't, like, if you're just bouncing around in the same, like, area, or you're just in the same neighborhood just renting places. Like, that's kind of crazy. But if you don't plan on like, say I move to, hold on. Let's say I moved to, like, Florida, right? And I'm in Florida for, well, I know I'm not going to be in Florida for that long, right? I'm going to be there for, like, less than 5 years. I might as well just rent a house in Florida, man. Because why would I buy a house in Florida just for me to, like, sell it within, like, 4 or 5 years? Well, it's not gonna, like, gain that much value over that time, you know what I'm saying? Well, maybe it might, because, I mean, maybe, like, you know what I'm saying? Especially nowadays, I don't even know, but, like, that's pretty much, like, where I'm getting at, though, you know what I mean?
Nothing is real or owned anymore. People perpetually exist as temporary
facets. It's smart to rent in some cases.
Artificial existence.
Just like it's smart to lease cars in certain instances, too. Like, it's really a, like... You know
the current prosperity of the home-owning older generation is propped up by debt for future generations. We are meant to pass on our wealth to our descendants, not hoard it for ourselves and only pass on debt. Credit card and overdraft debt has been normalized, expected even. Look at credit ratings. If you're seen to borrow and pay interest, credit companies are more likely to give you credit. If you take a more mature and sensible approach to your own finances and live prudently within your means, you have a credit rating of 0 and cannot borrow money or get a mortgage, aka own a house. What happened in 2008? create massive government bailouts. Instead of banks being nationalized, countries came under the private control of banks. In other words, the US was sold off, and the results? A changing America and Western world. Some may think it's good that America is changing, but change is only good when it makes things better, which by all metrics it's not. Now lots of people, especially in the boomer generation, may point to the S&P 500, or it's not. Now lots of people,
I just can't see this crazy ass nigga as anything else other than Joe Goldberg, bro. I just seen this nigga and I was just like, bro, what do you want now, bro? Like, come on, bro. What you looking at me like that for, gang? Like, bro.
Especially in the boomer generation, may point to the S&P 500 or industry graphs that show rising GDP levels. And yes, if you have assets and have been deeply invested in the American markets for years, you'd be thinking that America has never been so great and successful. And this is what it looks like by looking at the economic graphs. But if you're a regular person or just finishing college, you won't see any of this. In fact, wage growth over the last few years compared to the S&P is astronomically lower. Years ago, boomers would have full-time jobs and would be paid a reasonable wage. Your local postman could afford a nice house in a loving neighborhood. People were content with their income, which is why elderly poverty is down to the lowest levels in American history. But child poverty, well, that's at the highest levels ever. Why? Why, if the economy is growing, public funding in schools failing so badly? Why is the younger generation suffering so much in America? And in the digital age, where our personal information...
But the money supposed to stay, the money supposed to go from here and like trickle down all the way, right? But the money's staying there. It's trickling down, but it's trickling down real slowly, and then by the time we get down to the bottom, there barely ain't even nothing left.
Feels more like public property. It's alarming to see just how accessible our data is to predators and data brokers. That's why I want to tell you about data behalf of Maps. 2 million customer records, both existing and former customers, were released.
It's still an ad.
/moon. Link in the description to start your 2-week free trial today.
What I could tell. It was like a switch up with the tone, and I was like, what is this? I'm like, gang, you don't talk like this.
Through the state education system is increasingly looking at a future.
Oh, that ad voice.
Uber Eats driver, renting rather than owning anything, and yet being intelligent enough and painfully aware of all the opportunities that exist for the wealthy, and in particular, their parents. It's often shown that children of rich parents, rather than being spoiled and not actually working, in fact have an opposite reaction. In all likelihood, they have more of a reason to work hard, knowing that they can be rewarded with a bright future and become like their parents, and with a lovely soft safety net.
Yeah, my one of my homies, again, like one of my real ones, like y'all don't know him, but he's like dumb rich, like super rich, right? And when I was working my old job, like working on computers and stuff, everybody's like, dude, why are you working this job if you're, you know what I'm saying? He's like, well, my, like, cause what did he say? He's like, grandpa was a millionaire or something. And he went to, his grandpa was like, yeah, if you work this job for like however many years, whatever, then, whenever you get done, we'll, like, you can have this. Like, you can have all this money and all this, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn, like, that's it, bruh. And, yeah, that is kind of crazy, bro. He's a super smart dude, though. Well, so I did the only thing I did. Appreciate that. What happened today?
Behind them, why not go for their dreams? But for the average student, the future is a dull, low-paid job and a rented home in a neighborhood, seemingly abandoned by the authorities, with trank, fentanyl, plaguing their streets. Tense.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, Fent been going crazy over the last, like, year, bro. Last calendar year, Fent has been going dumb
everywhere, and yet you'll still pay all of your wage to live in these places. And how can teachers who are dramatically underpaid and underfunded by the government ever inspire students when they themselves are completely uninspired, unmotivated, and unable to afford anything? So is it really any surprise that students in America are feeling more nihilistic than ever before? Is it any surprise they're dropping out of the workforce like flies? Public schools in the US rely heavily on local property taxes to fund their operations, and the effects of this are starting to show, as not all schools are this underfunded, not all schools have uninspired students, but it seems like the system perpetuates disparities in funding between wealthy and low-income communities, as schools in affluent areas benefit from higher property tax revenues, while schools in impoverished areas struggle to make ends meet. In addition to this, many states have faced budget cuts and austerity measures, leading to reductions in funding for public education. These cuts have forced schools to operate with limited resources, resulting in large class sizes.
Yo. George, appreciate the follow, bro. Did you watch NXT? Yeah, I seen it last night. 10 hours cool. Actually, 8 hours, but still on Thursday, Friday off. When's summer break for you guys?
Staff layoffs, and program cuts for the arts and creative subjects. The creative heart of
Watch
America
AEW?
that
Yeah, I watch
inspired
everything.
the world and continues to shape the world culture is being defunded. The US has the power, wealth, and resources to improve the public school system. More importantly, it has the power to make life better for those at the poorest end of the social spectrum. Alleviating social problems at source takes the burden off of schools. This is the nation that put man on the moon, that leads the world in technological advancements, that is the pillar of freedom across the. This is the nation that put man on the moon.
Bruh. I was thinking about this the other day, right? Because I seen that Japan was trying to get this elevator to have people go up to the moon, right? Sounds like complete bullshit to me, right? But walk with me. I make a video on YouTube. Set the tripod up on the moon. I'm hitting like backflips and shit. I'm breaking records. These are new records. It's not a world record. Like, it's a moon. It's a moon record. I'm setting dumb records on the moon. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? What happens if your skin gets exposed in the moon? Doesn't it like blow up or some shit? Like doesn't your body explode from the inside if you like take your spacesuit off? Also, you recognize the debate? Yeah. I'm kind of curious as to like what he's gonna do whenever like. I don't know the anything. It was hard to get into it because I don't know any people with source. Yeah. It's you could really start like a month ago and you'd be caught up with everything because a lot of the people in NXT like kind of shifted a little bit because of the draft, so they're like, it's a lot of new stuff starting right now, so it's probably the best time to even start watching it.
Moon that leads the world in technological advancement.
And then AEW, you could probably start watching it this Wednesday because that's also like a bunch of new stuff is like starting right now, so this is probably the best time to start, actually.
That is the pillar of freedom across the world.
You can catch up on YouTube, though.
A nation on the brink of an AI revolution, but it still chooses not to invest that much in its young people. And as a result of this underfunded public school system, there's kind of worrying trend of anti-Americanism in schools.
They're changing the values and the morals of children
High School
to hate the country. That's the problem. That's
Do you
not
know
education.
that they're doing that?
Yeah, I don't know if they're doing that 100%, but shit, if they could provide shit any type of evidence, I'd believe it though. Cause when I tell you there's a lot of people, bro. If you hold like in America, if you have American flags, bro, people automatically assume you're racist, bro. I don't know why that is. Like a Confederate flag is one thing, 13 colonies is another thing. Like that's different, right? An American flag with 50 stripes, 50 stars and 13 stripes, whatever. They're like, people see that and they just immediately think, oh, you're a bad person. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, why? You gave me that, bro, I don't know. So I have more than enough reason to start AEW. Yeah, facts. Yeah, MJF's my favorite on AEW too. Hopefully he's on there every week like he used to be. Because Lord knows that show needs some saving.
100%.
Resentment piling up from both teachers and
Yeah,
students alike.
that's good, bro.
The young students are then taught to hate the West, their history, culture, and values, something which is happening all across the Western world. And it's only 10 times worse in universities, where people are literally ripping down American flags.
Oh, no. Yes, 100%. In uni, bro, do you know, like, whenever I was in college, right? 3-time college dropout, I know, whatever, kill me, right? When I was in college, bro, this is why I don't like sociology classes. They like teach you that the system, they teach you about the system, but they talk about it in such a negative way to the point where like you people come out of there and they're like, they're so brainwashed about like, oh yeah, the system is this and that. And I was just like, oh my God, brother, like stop it, bro. And it's so annoying, bro. But they hate America, bro. I'm telling you, they hate America, bro. And for some reason, like, they don't try to do anything to really change it because they're still going to profit off of the system anyways. But it's like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, I don't know what they be teaching them at some of the, like, some unis are worse than others. And, like, this one where they're climbing up and tearing down flags, like, that's just absurd to me. But, yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's super weird, bro. Super weird. I'd say it's more rare to find people who actually like the U.S. and, like, rep the flag versus finding people who don't. Like, I'm kind of indifferent. Like, I don't really care. But, like, if it came down to it and I had to rep the U.S. against, like, another country, I'm repping the U.S., bro. Personally. Like, Because, like, who else am I going to stand with? You feel me? I'm only 1.8% Japanese, bro. They're not going to accept me. You know what I'm saying? So
across the country, where people are taught to think radically, where their bleak economic future deepens their frustrations with the country.
I don't think you'd see this shit in any other country. Like, America's the only country that you'd probably see this in. Out of all the damn near 200 countries on the earth, this is probably the only country that you're going to see some fucking fighting like this in. What's up, Ezra?
Become divided. Others become more radical. Some become more normal, more patriotic, and allow majority of people to reject the system.
I think he's gonna be like, hopefully he's gonna be like the normal villain that we know and love.
And at the same time, all of these students are being charged hundreds of thousands for the privilege. I mean, just 30 years ago, Scott Galloway pointed out, a student could get a...
Wait, he said how much? A 4-year undergrad degree program at Harvard costs over $200K without room and board. What the fuck? $200K? Bro.
Thousands for the privilege.
Nah,
I mean, just
bruh.
30 years ago, Scott Galloway
$200K to go 4 years to get a degree that you're probably not going to use because you're going to be like, damn, I don't even really like computer science like that. I was just doing it so I could get a bag. Damn, that's crazy.
Out, a student could get admitted to UCLA with a grade point average GPA between 2.2 and 2.3.
And then, out of UCLA, I got a 2.27 GPA. For those of you that don't know, that's not very good. The whole point is to give unremarkable people a chance of being remarkable.
Now, applicants to Ivy League universities are expected to have GPAs that are close to or above a 4.0.
I had a 3.7. Actually, no, it was a 3.67. And coming out of high school. But that's also because my senior year, I kind of, like, shitted. Like, I didn't really give a fuck anymore. Senior year. So if I, like, actually tried senior year, too, I probably would have had, like, close to a 4. Because I had really, really good grades throughout all throughout high school. Is gay Eastern side, all base, always Western side. What a normal, peaceful day in Paris. Paris already as well. Underrated as well. Waffles for real, fries. Look, see, I would be all for some French slander, but like, France did have a really good crowd at Backlash, bro. So I can't really be too upset at them anymore, bro. They like, not all of them can go, bro. We at least need to keep. Where were they at? Lyon, France. We can keep that spot. We could demolish the rest of the country, bro. We don't need the rest.
And the cost of college education as a percentage of first-year income has nearly trebled since the parents of the current undergrads were at college. Having a higher education should be available to all if you're willing to work hard. It shouldn't be so exclusive. Where the top politicians' children somehow all get admitted to Ivy League colleges, while regular average day people have a 0.1% chance of...
And you would think, like, they would want to, like, get as many people into these schools so that way you can accumulate as much debt as possible. Like, you would think that that would be their main goal here, right? Like, because that's really all it is. Like, college is really just like a debt simulator, right? The only reason why I would recommend anyone to go to college is if they're just, like, socially awkward and they don't know, like, what they want to do with their lives. I'd be like, oh, fuck it, go to college. Like, dead ass. Like, I would just go to college, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why, what? Because college is like... Because college was cool. I'm not gonna lie. Freshman year? Oh my god, I was having a blast. I was like, dude, college is amazing, bro. Like, this is so much better than high school, middle school, like, all this shit. Like, you have nothing but freedom. Like, literally. And I was having a blast freshman year. But then after that, it was just all ass. Like, literally all ass. Because I didn't have a major, though. So then that's when I realized I was low-key wasting my time. And then that's when I dropped out, came back. Had a major, dropped out again, came back, got a different major, dropped out again, and now, like, I'm not going back now. I don't give a fuck how... You could pay me to go to fucking school and I wouldn't go. Like, I'm not doing that anymore, bro. Because now it's just a waste of time, bro. He said, major? Oh my days, can't imagine. Why? Oh, why is it a debt simulator? Just because, like, you just... Like... Yeah, because it's expensive. Everything is for free, but only if you go there right after school. If you can't, you go back then. It's expensive. Oh. See, that's how they get you, too, though. Because everybody who goes, like, straight after high school, then it's like, now, all of a sudden, you don't even know what you want to do, though. Like, and it's like, 1K. It depends on where you're going. Like, certain places cost, like, certain, like, you know what I'm saying? But that's beside the point. You're going to school at the end of the day. You're going to school, and you're just, like, you're learning shit that you could really learn online, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there's not too many things, unless you want to be, like, a lawyer or a doctor, dentist, or some shit like that. Yes, please, go to school, learn what you need to learn and shit. But, nigga, if you're trying to be, like, a fucking, shit, even, like, an engineer or, like, some sort of, you're trying to learn, like, a trade or some shit, like, you could go to trade school and learn, like, shit like that. You don't have to, like, sit there and go through 4 years of college taking a math class when you're trying to be a fucking underwater, like, archaeologist or some shit. Like, that doesn't even make any fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think math might actually make sense there. But you know what, you get what I'm saying. Like, you don't need a fucking reading class for that. You can do that with an 8th grade reading level. That's what I mean. There are other things in college you can do. You so much. Yeah, facts. Yeah, there's a lot of other options. It's just unfortunate that a lot of people only see, because they only hear about the college option. You know what I'm saying? Like, they only hear about that one. So that's why they just think, like, all right, we're going to go to college and we'll figure it out to that. And then at that point, you spend 4 years in college after graduating around 18, I assume. And now you're 22 with absolutely nothing to do, no money, no motion, no nothing. Like, you don't even have any skills. So it's like, you know, there's a place for socialities to explore. That's pretty much what college is too, but yeah.
Of ever actually getting accepted. Somehow most politicians have all of their children in Ivy League schools, along with all the donors to these universities getting all of their kids passed through.
Now another admissions scandal looms over one of the most prestigious schools in the world. The Boston Globe reports there was a different kind of college recruitment scam at Harvard University. It allegedly involves a series of donations, a land deal, and a real estate purchase from a Chinese millionaire who wanted his two sons admitted to the school.
Whereas the rest of America is almost completely excluded. This is a deliberate and corrupt policy to make places at top universities rare, whilst also milking all their students dry to the bone, increasing profits, increasing division across America, and increasing exclusivity, rather than providing the chance for advancement for ordinary people. So the system now in place is that it is more and more expected for anyone looking for a job away from the gig economy to have a degree, as the market and culture punishes and demonizes those who don't.
But at the same time, it's like, you don't need a degree from Harvard. You know what I'm saying? Harvard isn't even the best law school, I heard. I don't know what is, but I just heard Harvard wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? What about people at Harvard? I would assume so. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck wouldn't there be black people at Harvard? Let me just Google Harvard University. I don't know how to spell it. Students. See how long it takes to find a black person. First picture. Well, found it. They had guns pointed at us. Oh shit. Alright, something that doesn't involve guns. 7 reasons why Harvard. What? 40K scholarship. It's crazy that 40K is probably not even enough for her to go for 1 semester, bro. It actually might be though. There's plenty of black people here. Oh, shit. Alright, I don't know about this picture, but this might be like a frat or some shit. It's a black dude. First year students moved onto campus today. Welcome Harvard 2026. Long story short, yes.
Those who do pursue a college course channel money into a super wealthy institution,
You
and in
go to
doing so
Harvard just
burden
because how
themselves
good
with
I am at
lifelong
sports.
debt.
Come on, Isaac, you didn't even believe that whenever you said that bullshit.
And a deeply frustrated, twisted outlook of the world thanks to their radical professors. I mean, is there any wonder that the boomer generation is worried about the younger generations turning their back on the values that build the country to begin with, if the younger people are being pushed into a system that makes it almost impossible not to? This is a huge problem, and it's a great
I haven't either, not gonna lie.
benefit to the adversaries of America, something that
I, had some alleged instances, but I just haven't, I haven't had anything happen to me, though. There's been people saying that it happened to me, but I'm just like, I don't know for sure. 100% confirmed instances, I have 0 in real life. Now, if we're talking online Call of Duty, oh yeah, I've been fucking thrown through the ringer on that shit.
urgently needs to be fixed. Because if the younger generation lose their patriotism and love of their country, then who will stand up for America and the Western world in times of need? It's
Facts.
critical this changes, otherwise the West faces a very big challenge in the next decade. And I say the West, as this education process is becoming all too familiar across Europe. But of course, not everybody's being pushed to be unpatriotic. However, almost everyone is being pushed into poisoning themselves. The introduction of processed foods, high in sugars, fats, and artificial additives, alongside the widespread use of pesticides and other chemicals in agriculture, has raised alarms about the long-term health effects on children and adolescents. Towns and cities across America are filled to the brim with chains that offer no healthy food, apart from oily, greasy slop. In fact, we actually made an entire video going into this topic specifically. But for the most part, many know the FDA's food regulation standards are letting through foods that should never be eaten on a regular basis, especially not for the youth. Drinks and tap water with forever chemicals.
A new study finds that nearly half of the nation's drinking water contains potentially harmful forever chemicals.
The fuck does that even
Substances have
mean?
been linked to several serious health problems, including some cancers.
Ingredient lists on food full of emulsifiers and other trash you've never heard of before, wrecking the microbiomes of millions, robbing the young of their energy and health, the two fundamental things to ever rise up in the world. Even just foods you think would only have one or two ingredients like nuggets or a burger is far from what you ever think it is. They're packed with fat, salt, sugar, and other unhealthy ingredients. Fast food barely fills you up and slowly deteriorates your body. It makes you crave things like Coke.
We all know it. That formula at McDonald's, why that's the best tasting Coke and Diet Coke on the planet.
Like, there'll be like a random instance. Like one time, I came out of Target. I was like walking out of the store, right? And this is exactly what happened. Like exactly verbatim, right? Imagine I'm holding my bag in my hand, right? I'm walking past the spot, right? Boom. I walk past some of the cars in the parking lot. I walk past this lady's car. The lady's car is right here, right? All I hear is, like, beep. Like, she just locked her car door. She was inside of the car, and she locked her door because I walked past it. Like, that's the only thing that was, like, kind of racist. Like, I just thought it was funny, though. I just thought it was funny. Like, black dude walked by your car, and you fucking lock the shit just in case he tries to rob you. Like, I thought it was funny. But then I told my friends and shit, and they were just like, bro, that's so racist. Like, bro, like, what the fuck? And I was just like, dude, it's not that fucking deep. But yeah, that's like the only thing that's like, that I can really remember that really happened. And there was like some racist shit that was happening to me at like work and shit too beforehand. But like, I don't view it as being racist. I just view it as like the person being an asshole. Like, it's like, it didn't have anything to do with race, I feel like. I feel like he would have did that shit whether I was black or white. You know what I'm saying? So, like, there's like a couple instances, but it's just like, I don't know. Not gonna lie, your eyebrows are cooked. I have eyebrows. You're saying like I don't have any eyebrows. What are you talking about? Austria has the cleanest water in the world. How Austria just got all these like bests and shit? Like, how come I don't never hear nobody saying I gotta go to Austria? I've literally never heard that a day in my life. I've never heard anyone say, oh wow, I can't wait to go to Austria this summer. Like, those words, honestly, I don't think those words have ever been spoken before. What country has the best drinking water? Purest drinking water. Is this in order? Oh, I guess it's not. It's all just the top. Damn. Oh, we ain't got no Austria on here. Alright, let's go like cleanest, I guess. Yeah. Switzerland. Damn. Okay. Alright, let's look at the whole list. Let's look at the 10. Switzerland, Finland, Denmark, Germany, Norway, Sweden, Greenland, Austria. Okay, Austria's up there, regarded as one of the few countries with the cleanest tap water in the world. Type shit. Drinking water, that's protect natural springs from lost CBA, which materials we manufacture. So basically, what you're saying is this water that's coming down right here, I can put this shit in a cup and drink it. Pretty much what you're saying. Ethiopia got to be up there. Yeah, is there? You keep hoping for that. I don't think there's gonna be no African country up here whenever we're talking about water. All right, but you keep that up though. We'll keep an eye out for it. We'll keep an eye out for it, bro.
Why?
There's definitely a different formula at the McDonald's.
Oh, has there been anything written about this?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
Oh, if you drive by a McDonald's and you get a Diet Coke, you'll be like, what the fuck?
And it's not just about the nutritional emptiness, it's also about the experience and the brain's chemical response that fuels a lifelong addiction in most of the youth of America. Fast, ultra-processed food is intrinsically harmful, and yet in most food deserts across America, what other choice do you have, other than eating slop that makes you fatigued, obese, and full of lethargy? And yet this ultra-processed food constitutes 73%.
Yeah, I just made my pasta by scratch, so I'm really getting into my chef arc, bruh. I ain't gonna lie. I'm getting into my chef arc. Ethiopia water. You expect me to believe that I can drink this bullshit straight out of this fucking lake? Is that what you're telling me right now, Ezra? I'm drinking this out of the lake. I don't give a fuck how clean this shit is. This is brown. They look happy, though. They haven't had any real water. I would be happy drinking this, too, if I didn't know there was other water on the planet. I bet the person who took this picture probably had a clean bottle of water before this. They just cleaned it a bit. This girl did not clean that water. This water did not go through. She literally put this cup, scooped this up, and drank it. And I'm assuming this is her mom, and she's just sitting there smiling. What the fuck? Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Oh, hell nah. Oh, nah, that's doo-doo.
Food supply. And America's demanding work and school culture leaves people with little time or energy
the
to prepare
fuck? That nigga look like Mizkif.
And America's demanding work and school culture.
Bro, I thought this was Mizkif for a second. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Why the hell is he in this video?
People with little time or energy to prepare themselves wholesome meals daily. The convenience and addictive nature of such food makes it an easy habit to fall into, a survival mechanism to conserve energy. However, this ease of access is impairing the nation's functionality and reducing the average citizen's ability to thrive. A stark example is found in the US military, full of America's youth, which is currently missing its recruitment goal. A stark example is found in the
Why are they walking like that?
US military, full of
I'm specifically looking at this dude. Like, he just don't look like he really doing a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? Why is it so damn foggy? Where is this at?
America's youth, which is currently missing its recruitment goal by 15,000 people annually. And the shortfall isn't due to a lack of winning recruits, but because many who apply are actually unfit for service. Issues like drug use, mental health problems, and most notably the
Yeah, if they allowed people who had like drug usage and like hand tattoos and fat, because obviously if they're fat and they're trying to join mate, like I would assume most of those people are actually trying to lose weight. So then all you have to do is just give them a nutritionist and boom, they're ready to serve type shit. You know what I'm saying? I would assume so. I mean, I ain't no fucking recruiter, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying?
Obesity crisis are significant barriers.
Damn, that nigga big as shit.
Warnings about
damn.
decades.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. They might not. Wait, hold on. Some niggas might not be able to get help. Hold on, bro. That nigga big as fuck.
Mental
hold
health
on.
Problems, and most notably the obesity
crisis. Oh my god, bro. Okay. All right. I was looking at his hands, bro. I didn't think I was gonna see that. Yo, come on, bro. Like that's crazy, bro. Like that's crazy. Damn.
Significant barriers.
All right, bro. My fault, man. My fault. I ain't
even do that. Historically, gluttony and overeating were luxuries reserved only for the elite, as most people engaged in too much physical labor or had limited access to food. However,
nah, it might be like his brother or some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Yo, Mr. Red, appreciate the follow, bro.
It's now being inversed, where the rich and powerful elites have access to tasty, healthy food, whereas the rest of America has to eat the toxic slop, which is why the average American now eats 60 hamburgers per year.
I think I might eat 60 hamburgers within like a 3-month span, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. But I actually go to the gym. I go to the gym and shit. I don't really like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not the average American, bro. I'm sorry. Like that's just not my body, bro. What's up, bro? What's up, Mr. Red? What we doing? Got a couple videos and then we're gonna probably hop on like a game or two afterwards.
Every second
we got like 2 videos left.
350 slices of pizza are consumed. They say you are what you eat, and so what is this?
Yeah, I I've gotten to the point where I eat an entire pizza in one sitting. So that's like 8 slices, and I eat another pizza over the course of that night, and maybe even the next day I might have a couple slices. So that's like 16 plus like some cheese sticks. You add those up, that's probably like 4 slices of pizza altogether. So yeah, that's like 20 slices of pizza in one day, in like one 24-hour time frame, I guess. So yeah, I could easily hit 300 in probably like a month, bro. Because I used to eat pizza like 1 time a week. Not gonna lie. What are you doing? I eat pizza croissants. The fuck is that? How the fuck can y'all eat a whole box? I can only eat max 4 pizza. Right, yeah. Right. You gotta be locked in though. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I can't eat a full box of pizza if I'm not locked in. Like, if I'm like watching TV or some shit and I'm like talking while I'm eating, like, nah, bro. I'm eating like dip the you gotta dip the bread though. You gotta dip the bread in some sauce. You can't just eat the bread without it, bro. You can't eat the bread without no sauce, bro. You gotta dip the bread in some sauce and then eat it like that, bro. I'm telling you, bro. What? I can easily do that. I've done it on stream before. I'll sit here and eat a whole fucking box of pizza. Like, yeah, that's not the same slice I'm picking up. Sauce, like garlic sauce or like marinara sauce, like some shit like that. What's that shit called? Pizza croissants? I don't even know how to fucking spell croissant. Croissant. Okay. Oh, this shit. Yeah, I've had this before. Yeah, I used to make these. I used to make shit like this. But now I put like hot dogs in it. I put hot dogs in that shit, like pigs in a blanket. I put that shit in there. But I still put cheese and everything in it too. Yeah, nah, I make shit like this. Yeah, this shit's good as fuck. I would still prefer regular pizza, but I mean, hey, bro, if you ain't got nothing else, type shit. Oh, fuck.
This is about the future generation of America. And these studies show a strong association between a diet rich in
Relax.
food and a lower IQ. So what does that say when 60%
like
of the standard American diet comes from heavily processed foodstuffs? And on the other side, if you do want to be healthy...
No, I'm saying, there's pizza sauce. Why the fuck did you say why did you just say that? What about what he said that made you have to tell him that? The pizza has sauce on it. I'm talking about when you get to the bread of the pizza. Like the pizza, right? Oh, shit. Like, this pizza has sauce. When you get here, there is no sauce, right? So I dip this in some marinara sauce. Like this. So that way it can go down a little easier so I can get ready to eat again. Or like this, for a better example. Bro, the pizzas that have, like, the pretzel crust, oh my god. Bro, when Papa John's used to do this, I mean, not Papa John's, Pizza Hut, when Pizza Hut used to do this, oh my god, bro. I used to have this shit once a week, bro. I deadass used to eat this shit one time a week. I think it was like either Tuesday or Wednesday every week I used to have this shit, bro. Nope, it was Wednesday because Tuesday was Popeyes. There was like, they had a deal on Popeyes for like $2 or some shit. You had like a full combo. It was crazy. But that was just simpler times, bro. Like, bro, Pizza
Man, I promise, she's so self-conscious she has no idea what she doing in college that made you make no money, but she won't drop.
Alright.
All of your vegetables are probably saturated with pesticides and carcinogenic chemicals, like companies like Monsanto. I mean, what happens to a civilization that poisons their own children? Children are raised with hundreds of grams of infants, told they have ADHD because they can't sit in their chair for 8 hours, and are consequently prescribed Ritalin as the solution. Hardcore stimulants dished out like candy to children who they get funneled through a system like just described.
If you look at in the United States, at least.
Say no homo?
Poor kids.
Nah, we don't say no homo around here. Nah, we don't say that shit. You say that shit, you mean it.
So-called color are much more.
Fuck that no homo shit.
ADHD. And no child should be forced to take medication. And medication are never the final answer. At the very most, they're a stopgap. There's no proof whatsoever that medications help anybody heal from ADHD. They simply suppress symptoms, which may be helpful in the short term, but for God.
That's a fact. And then they get you addicted to the fucking drugs and shit that's in it, and then now all of a sudden you're on that shit for the rest of your life.
God's sakes, go to work on the long-term development of that child.
In 2007, 4.8% of kids were on
Forget
ADHD medication. By 2011, that number had climbed to 6.1%. It's likely even higher now.
I mean, boomers, the older generation, has never had this issue because many of the chemicals in food never actually existed in their generation. Their food was far higher quality. They weren't raised on stimulants. They weren't raised on so much processed garbage. They had healthier diets, healthier classrooms, healthier lifestyles, and hope for a future with a big house in a healthy, patriotic society. However, one of the main driving forces that is damaging America's youth has to be the rise of culture-polluting algorithms.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought it was going to be an ad.
Although we all use social media, the United States' relationship with it deserves closer attention. With 302 million users, the United States has the third largest social media audience in the world after China and India. In other words, over 91% of the US population actively uses social media. And it's important to remember that both India and China have 3 times the population of America, so we really shouldn't be surprised that they have higher social media use. It's also important to remember that both countries don't allow citizens access to TikTok, arguably the most destructive social media app in existence. And this is a worrying pattern in America, as social media...
Alright, I don't know if TikTok is the most destructive. I think that might be Instagram, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I think Instagram's the worst social media app, bro. Me personally. Like, if we had to ban one app, I would ban Instagram. No cap. If we had to, Instagram would have to get banned, bro. Bro, the amount of people that, like, I mean, TikTok's bad too, don't get me wrong. But Instagram is worse, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, Instagram is worse. The amount of people that fucking, like it's not even the bad, like, DMs and shit that you get from the fucking bots. It's like, it's just the people that compare themselves to other people, the fake lives that they live on Instagram. Like, at least on TikTok, it's a little easier to see if somebody's living a fake life. Bro, that shit is, bro, people be comparing themselves to other people, and, like, people be, bro, nah, dude, Instagram's gotta go, bro. If it's one that has to go with Instagram, then TikTok, then I'd say probably Twitter, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what the fuck the rest of them are. Like, I don't even know what the rest of them are. Is it good? It's, like, there's good, obviously there's good to all the apps, but, like, we're talking the one that has to go, it's got to be Instagram. Like, I don't know, there's no question about it. It's got to be
associated with diminished cognitive abilities. According to this paper, associations between social media use and cognitive abilities, with results from a large-scale study of adolescents, included lower intelligence levels, poor information processing abilities, and lower levels of spatial...
You're talking about y'all, bro. Right here. Poor intelligence. Y'all can't process information. And, like, y'all perception of the world is, like, fucked. Like this is literally y'all right here, bro.
Perception. And if
me personally, I'm not taking that.
Global social media empire that is destroying the mental health of young Americans.
Me personally, I'm not taking that.
Even comprehend. There's also foreign adversaries like China using TikTok to reduce our attention spans down to the size of goldfish, whilst controlling the information diet of every young American across the country.
How the fuck y'all 13 and 15 looking 18? What genes you got? Fighting the urge to tell my grandma... What the fuck? When she's going through my computer for evidence, I am being groomed. What?
Depression in younger people is skyrocketing, anxiety is skyrocketing, all manner of mental health issues, even ones spurred on by TikTok trends like Tourette's.
No doubt, it's a very real mental health condition. And even more bizarrely, it seems popular TikTok videos are playing a role in it.
All of our data being harvested, everything we like and learn, everything we say to...
It might be the most sped news, like, shit that I ever just seen, bro. What the fuck was that? Why did she just say that?
All being chopped.
I miss you, new phone, who dis? What is this?
Up and distributed for a profit. We have military and business leaders who hate America and the West doing everything they can to harm the future generations of America. And this is being passively accepted across most of the Western world. As the psychologist Jonathan Haidt highlighted in a widely read essay, there are 3 primary reasons why societies thrive. Social capital, like inclusive communities, social networks with elevated levels of trust, robust...
Just turned 44 today. Ezra, you didn't turn 44. Like, who is gonna believe that?
institutions, and common narratives. The influence of social media, he argued, has harmed and continues to harm all three. And he's right. Real news has been replaced by fake news.
Sorry,
the truth
bro.
replaced by my truth.
Sorry, bro. I'm gonna try my best, you know what I'm saying? I be really trying to help y'all get smarter, bro. That's really what I'm here for, bro.
Carlin even once called America one big shopping mall.
Only a nation of unenlightened half-wits could have taken this beautiful place and turned it into what it is today, a shopping mall. A big f***ing shopping mall.
One big commercial cesspool, a place where people mindlessly shop, eat and distract themselves with things that when examined closely add little or no value to one's life. And more concerningly, very few actually leave the cesspool. They rarely ever travel to foreign lands. The manifest destiny spirit of America is being reduced, which is one of the key values that made America so prosperous to begin with. There's barely any passing reason for young people to leave the house today. At least with malls, you actually had to go out of the house to indulge in consumerism. Today it's all there waiting for you at the push of a button. Food, clothes and the necessities are readily available whenever you want.
What does that actually
As is
mean,
everything
though?
else you don't really need. Temu is just the latest, more concentrated version of a mega mall drug, a kind of shotgun approach to filling the bottomless pit of buying stuff. It doesn't matter that the junk you buy is going to break after a month if it even works at all. It doesn't matter that it might be made by slaves, or that it really serves no purpose. It doesn't need to be something you even like in general.
HD camera glasses is fucking crazy, bro. Them shits do not work. Bro, I bought a fucking drone from Temu. I bought a drone from Temu, bro. Literally right here, bro. Bro, I got a Temu drone, bro. This shit is ass. This shit is actually ass, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. This Temu drone is actually ass. Like, no cap, bro. Like, I try to fly it, and the shit just fucking goes, like, backwards, bro. It doesn't even do anything, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, and he doesn't like Kanye. Okay, we don't need another... Ezra's the only person who can suck Kanye's dick. Yeah, but Tyler started my career. Oh, I mean, if he likes Tyler, he likes Tyler. I mean, just give me a better...
What matters is the act of consuming, the way it makes you feel and the dopamine you get from it.
Facts.
That's why everything it seems in our society, even shopping, has drifted from quality to gamifying the process and making it as addictive and easy as possible. But we shouldn't end this video on such a nihilistic note. As the philosopher Hegel argued, in the phenomenology of spirit, each generation of humanity offers specific knowledge that can enhance our societies. There is wisdom at every stage in history, and by studying the eras of our great-grandfathers, we can identify what is missing in our societies and compensate for the blind spots of the present. The traditional values that built America, logic, hard work, discipline, a strong moral code, and faith, begin to swing back when its absence produces a societal vacuum. The steps to building a great civilization is painful. The transition periods through growth, whilst painful, show things are moving forward where they should be going. Hegel referred to this process as the dialectic. When society adjusts to big changes, these growth pains are natural. It's only through moving era to era in society that new solutions and a better society emerges. That's why we need to make changes to the way we're going. Banning the toxic chemicals in food that poisons the youth every day. Ban phone usage in schools. Moderate algorithms and their dangers. Praise our history and culture in schools and universities. A general push to connect with other members of society. An incentivization for bringing communities together. Investing in outdoor facilities.
You made a hip-hop gospel album at 13?
For everyone, to remind America and the rest of the West youth what they're fighting for, giving them economic hope and prosperity in face of a horrible economic outlook. Only when these toxic pressures are relieved can America's trajectory be overturned and accelerated. And it seems increasingly more and more people online are aware of this. There is a positive trend rising from the surface, and if this continues, we will see society thrive, but only once these fixes are implemented. As the Greek proverb goes, a society grows great when old men plant trees in whose shade they will never sit.
Oh shit, that was that quote that we saw the other day. Was that yesterday? That was that one quote. Damn, that's like full circle, bro. We understand the quote now too, so. Oh, there was an ad in this video. Damn, that was a long 20 minutes. That was a good video though, bro. Good video, Moon. Of course, I mean, like, as always, like, I don't know if it's a team or just one person doing these move videos, but nah, bro, Moon is, yeah. You one of them, bro.